Are you ready for some good news? The love of God shatters all our idols. Well, the redemptive story of Ruth is not only a narrative about Ruth's transformation, it's also a beautiful picture of the healing of Naomi's shame. Naomi, Ruth's mother-in-law, she loved her husband and her two sons, but when they died, Naomi's grief quickly turned to despair. When you love deeply, you grieve deeply, and we all have to grieve our losses. But your life isn't defined by what you lose. Naomi's affection for her father, for her husband and her sons was beautiful, but when she despaired of her own life, it proved that her affection had turned to idolatry. The Lord said a fascinating thing through the prophet Jeremiah in Jeremiah 10, that every goldsmith is put to shame by his idols. So the goldsmith fashions a golden calf, an image of a god, puts it on the shelf, and then bows down to worship it. He offers sacrifices to the golden calf, and when the golden calf doesn't do anything for him, it doesn't bless him, it doesn't give him life or prosperity, then he makes more sacrifices. Still, the golden calf doesn't do anything to him, so he feels he has to do more and more. And when nothing happens, the idol maker feels even more ashamed. The idol that he put on the shelf has leveraged its exalted status to shame him in return. See, Naomi's thought process reveals the hellish cycle of shame. I must have sons in order to be valuable. Now I have no sons. Without them I have no worth. With no worth, I have no reason to live. That's the way an idol will make you speak. The idols that we hope will liberate us enslave us instead. Idols never empower us. They shame us. So Naomi was full of shame, but Ruth loved her mother-in-law steadfastly. The text tells us Ruth clung to Naomi. Hers was a love that wouldn't let go, and that's the way God loves you. He loves you way too much to leave you to any idol. God clings to you in love. That's the gospel. That's today's daily devotional. You can get more like it by clicking right here, or better yet, subscribe and start out every day with the good news of the gospel.